This is the class for everybody. Here I will be talking on how to grow your Instagram and how to use it wisely, as it is a powerful marketing tool which is available for everyone for free. So let's go, let's jump on the class, and thank you for being here. Hey guys, so today I want to show you how to edit your pictures. If you're familiar with the photography, you probably already know how to edit them, but for many of you it's something that you don't know how to do, and you maybe just edit with filters that are available with Instagram. So I want to show you these two apps that I have been using them for years. At this moment I personally edit with Lightroom, but Lightroom is more advanced tool and it's not available for free. These two apps are available for free. They're pretty advanced and I totally recommend you to download them. So first one will be Snapseed. Snapseed, it's this green leaf here on top left corner. This app came, I believe, in 2010, 2011, and it was already pretty good and professional tool. So let me show you how to use it and how I edit pictures. So let's open the app, and it's self-explanatory here. You have to tap anywhere to open a photo. So once you tap, you will be shown photos and open from the device. I chose this photo to work on it because it has many things that can go wrong when you're taking your picture. So first you will see here on the bottom of the screen last edits, portrait, smooth, pop. You can play around with them. Those are like presets. I personally don't like using them, except maybe for the last edits. It means then when you edit the picture, and let's say you took 3 pictures and with the same clothes, the same setting, the same light, you can just edit one picture and then apply last edits to all other pictures, and they will be more or less consistent. But for the rest of my life I don't do it. I just edit every picture by itself. Here we have the picture just recently opened, and we will go to tools. This is here on the bottom of the screen, and you have all tools here. You can play with them how much you want. You can add text if you like to post quotes. You have frames, you have portrait. Those are presets, but I will show you how to edit picture manually. So first I usually will go to white balance, because sometimes with lighting white balance can go off if you have, let's say, some yellow light, some sunset light. So let's tap on white balance, and you have a picker tool here on the bottom rightish corner. So let's tap on it, and you have this tool. Once you tap with your finger on it, you can slide your finger over and you will see how it changes. Like for example, you have to pick neutral color. You have to show your phone what is the neutral color. So here you can see how it changes. This picture was taken with really good white balance. We had good light, so we have been blessed, so not much changes here. Once you chose, and still up in the top of the screen, you will see it still put the picture a little bit cooler on the temperature. Cooler means it adds a little bit more of blue color instead of yellow. Once that you are happy with your white balance, you tap on the check mark on the right bottom corner, and it's done. Next, let's go to tools, and let's tune image. It's on the left top corner of the tool panel. Here you have different options. You can access it through this little slider icon on the bottom of the screen, or you can just tap with your finger on the screen and slide your finger up and down like this. So first let's see the brightness. This picture is a little bit dark, so let's add a little bit of brightness. You can totally play with it. You can play how much you want, because the marvelous of this app is that you can fix any change and it doesn't save it on the picture permanently. So when you save your picture, main picture, the photo that you took, the original one, will always be there in the original state, so you can edit it how many times you want and you will be just saving the copy. And then on this copy you still can go back and edit any of the edits that you did, so I will show it later. So let's add brightness. I usually don't add much contrast except when I want to showcase architecture. Here, let's see how it works. Let's add a little bit of contrast. I do not add saturation in the overall picture because it will go, just all the colors will change. I like to add it manually later. I do add ambience because it adds a little bit of warmth and light. And then I like to pull up highlights and shadows. Let's make the picture a little bit brighter. Now we're done. Tap on check mark again and let's go to next tool, which will be details. Let's tap on details. So now that we're on details, the tools are accessed the same way. Structure, I usually add structure if I'm working on something like architecture, or I lower it when I have my face because we don't want all the pores to become even bigger and all wrinkles, so I pull it a little bit lower. In this case you can't see my face, you can see my back, so we can pull structure a little bit up so we can see the picture becomes a little bit sharper. And then sharpening, you can also pull it a little bit back, but just don't overdo it, because if you go too high it will look weird, it will look not natural. Check mark and let's go to next tools. It's curves. I like to play with curves. When you open your picture you will be shown this is the picture that you're editing at this moment, and then you have plenty of presets here. They're all free. You can choose any you like. It will change your picture a little bit or a lot. It depends on what you're looking for. You can actually choose one or two your favorite presets and just make them in favorites and use them all the time, and this will create consistency in your feed and your picture editing. I like my pictures bright, so let's add a little bit of brighten. Tap on a check mark, and then the next step would be crop. But as you can see, this picture is not straight, and as you saw and listened to my class, you know, picture has to be straight. It just looks so unprofessional and amateur when your picture is this way. And it happens sometimes. It's totally can happen because maybe you're in a not very comfortable position to take the picture and your camera or your phone tilted a little bit. So just easy to change it here with I like to use perspective tool. I will explain why. If you use the rotate tool, it will rotate, but can you see the picture is showing, picture is cropping a little bit, so it will be cropped and will be smaller. So when you don't want to lose those, you use perspective and it has the rotate. But what the perspective tool does, it copies the pixels, it copies a little bit of the image. When you tilt, you see those black stripes, they will be filled, you see. So now you can play and you can straighten it this way, and then I recommend you to tilt, because in this case you can see that the picture is kind of not straight. So let's fix that. Let's straighten it this way, because the vertical lines, we want them to be aligned too. And I think we can rotate it a little bit, tiny bit more. And in case if you see that it still needs some fixing, this free tool, it's amazing because you can pull a little bit, as you can see here, and just straighten it manually. I think it's pretty straight. What do you think? You can see guidelines. Done. Now next we're going to crop the picture to 5:4 or square. Those are the two sizes that perfect for Instagram. It used to be square only, but now they added the 5x4 size, which I really like because it makes picture look bigger and it's easy to create nicer composition for that. So you can slide here, there, and this is how I like my crop, and we're pretty much done here. Now, next tool that what I want to show you, it's brush. So now let's take a brush. You can use it on spots. It's like brushing over the pictures, like painting over it. So let's make the walls a little bit brighter. I will put exposure on +3, and the size of the brush, it's regulated by zooming. When you put 2 fingers, it's like zooming on the regular phone. You put your 2 fingers on the screen and you just move them, and you can see this little circle in the middle. This will be the size of your brush. So if you need to work on small areas, you can just work that the brush will be the size. And then on the left bottom of the screen, you just grab this blue square, and this is where you allocate. For this picture, I don't need brush to be that small, so let's just make it this size and let's see how it works. Let's put I'm working now on the part of the building that says eternity. Let's put it a little bit brighter, and then you can see it's getting bright. It's just literally like brushing, like painting when we were kids, and we will take a brush and paint with our colors. If you think it's too bright or you overwork it, or as you can see there is a little halo on the sky where the building ends, you can always delete it. The same way you go with arrows down and it's an eraser. So you just zoom in and brush over the area that you accidentally overexposed. And now I would really like to lighten a little bit those posters. So I will put my exposure on 7. I will lighten them, but then I will go to my tools on the left brush, and I will play a little bit with saturation because I want this red to be really bright. In my experience, +10 saturation is too much, too fake. So let's start with 5 and let's see how it works. I think it looks pretty good with 5. No need to go higher. And I want to play it a little bit with my shirt and put my shirt a little bit more saturated. What do you think if we go to 10 with the bear? I really would like him to pop. So here's the picture, and honestly I think it's fine. You can play with all the tools, and if you want to see where did you apply the brushes, here's a little eye in the bottom right corner. So if you tap on that eye, you will see in pink areas, highlighted areas. Let me show you it here. You see it's shown in pink area that is worked with the brush. So this way, if you need to erase, you can just erase that area and not without touching others. So I would say that's it for the brushes now, and there are plenty of other tools that you can use. I would suggest you just play with them. Expand is a very nice, interesting tool. When you, let's say your picture is too small and you really want to make it bigger, or you want to post it on your stories, you can expand. You go to expand and you can make your background white, black, or smart. I usually choose smart because look what happens when you pull it down, it just copies. Maybe the copy is not perfect, you always can fix it a little bit, but it extends the same color from the picture. But we're not going to do it now, so let me show you how you fix your edit. If you accidentally did something and then you don't like it, and let's say I worked with my brushes and now I feel that the picture is too bright and I would like to fix the brightness. Here in the top of the screen you have little rectangles with an arrow next to the E in the circle. So tap on those rectangles and you will see the tool, that option that says View Edits. You will tap on View Edits and you will be shown all the edits that you've done to this picture. Let's say you want to change something in Toon Image. You go to Toon Image, you see picture is reversed to where you were. You can exit and save it and start editing back again. again, or you can tap on it again and you will be given an option to delete those edits or to edit those edits. I suggest you tap on those little lines. So you tap on edits and you can just fix wherever you did. Let's say you want to fix the brightness and put it less bright. You can do it here, and then you tap on your check mark and you can go back again. Remember, the last tool we used was brush. You tap on that and you go back and your edits will be saved with new settings. Then you just tap on the arrow on your left top corner and you go back. That's pretty much it. Now to save this picture, you go to export, and here you're given 3 options to save, and you can actually read the explanations on how saving. I usually save as a copy because this really gives me option to have a completely new picture that I still can edit, meaning it's still in its original state and preserves all the edits. So we will save a copy and we're done. Now if you want to see how your picture was before, you can always tap on the picture and see how it was and how it's now. Now we're going to close this app and we're going to the Quickshot app. This is a free app, but it offers in-app purchases. Let's open the picture. We will open the already saved version. You will have here options to purchase more filter or more skies or more looks. I never purchased them. There is no need, I think, to them. So, but if you like something that you like, so let's go to filters first. My favorite filter is BR03, the pink one. It just makes it all brighter, as you can see, brightens all the colors, and you can regulate how much of the filter you want to be applied. Let's say we choose this filter and it darkens a little bit more colors, and then you have black and white, and you have this one, and then this is the really moody one, but we will stick with this one, which is my favorite one. You can choose any you want, and here you have more of them. You can try them out, and if you find one that you really like, you just can unlock Pro and pay for your subscription. I have this app and Pro. So let's choose this. I will tone it a little bit down because I don't want it that bright. We'll go back. Then you have something interesting here I want to show you. I'm not going to use it, but it's called overlay, and you can really play around with them. They will add like a little lights here and there, and you can graduate how much of this light you want. You can add this sun, or you can add stars or rain or snow. So it's cool to play around if you want some other effects to add to your picture. So let's choose no overlay, and now you have magic tool, which I usually don't use, but if you want, by all means, be my guest. If you don't like something, you have these arrows that you always can go back to the original. What I like also about this app, it's the detail option here. Tools are much more extended than in Snapseed, so you can add a little bit of depth, a little bit more structure, and sharpen it a little bit more. And if you want your picture to look old, you can add grain to it and play around. You will not see it very well in this picture. It's better seen on darker pictures. You can edit completely the picture in this app. You have all these tools here that you can play around, and if you want to add like pinkish glow, you can do it here. You see how the bear, observe the bear, it was like this, and then it changes and the sky becomes green and my shirt becomes pink. If you want to play with that, by all means do it. Just remember, consistency is the key in your Instagram. The more consistent is your feed, more people will follow you because they will enjoy looking at your pictures. And now let's go to the right top corner and save the picture. We will save a copy, and that's it. Our picture is saved as we edited it. And maybe I forgot to show you looks. Looks are presets, which I usually don't use, but they're cool. If you want to do it, use it. If not, just don't. And we will cut this part and we will edit it out. And that's about it. And here we have our pictures. Let me show you how it goes. So we have here the before, the middle, and after. Before and after. And this is how I edit all my pictures. pictures. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know I like bright colors and light pictures. In most of my feed is what you're going to see. And just remember, consistency is the key. And if you have any questions, be my guest, ask them here, DM me on Instagram. You can comment on my post on Instagram. You can comment on my stories on Instagram. I will always try to do my best to reply and to answer all your questions. Don't forget to follow me. It's Happy Choice Life on Instagram. Happy Choice Lives, and have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.